The battle for the quarterfinals are just on the horizon, and it was the final six who all took part to gain their spots in Musicals Week, which is, of course, the quarterfinals. And let me tell you, it was a fantastic episode. And there was also a feature, a new addition to the episode that's never been seen before called the Instant Dance, which I'll talk about briefly. Maybe not do a full review on it, but I'll talk briefly about it before the main performances. But it was a fantastic episode. Everyone was fantastic. And of course, we had elimination as per usual, and it was another heartbreaking elimination of a fan favorite, but they sadly did not edge up to the standards of the show. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into this week's Strictly Come Dancing recap and review. So yes, it was the top six on Saturday night where we saw all six celebrities competing to gain their spots in the quarterfinals. I can't believe it's gone by so quickly. This series, it's just fan. I mean, I've had a blast during this series and watching it, and especially with it being my first time. I mean, I've seen the show before on YouTube, but to sit down and actually engage in the show, take notes, and do these reviews is honestly the best thing I've ever done because I've enjoyed doing these so much and yeah, I've just absolutely loved doing it. So, and honestly, this was a great episode overall. So even though we had one performance that wasn't up to par, it was still great. But also, we had the very first ever instant dance which took place. And basically, I'm just going to explain a little bit of the concept. I won't do like a full review on that because I think it'll be a bit too long. So they had each couple had to choose a dance and start with dance style. And then they played music, and that's what they were going to do. Then had to quickly change and then do a dance for 40 seconds on the spot without any rehearsals or anything. So that was really cool. I thought it was a really cool addition. And I'd actually be happy to see it be brought back. I think it was a very fun and entertaining. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And again, I probably won't do a review on that on this review here. But if you want me to do it on a separate one, I can happily do that for you guys. I'm more than happy to do it that way. But let's just get straight into this week's review because we got a lot to talk about. So kicking off the night, we had Alex and Johannes, who were unfortunately the ones who went home, and they did the cha cha to Ring My Bell by Anita Ward, and they got a score of 23. And I have to say, this was not a good performance from Alex. She really, unfortunately, underperformed here. And the thing is, I actually agree with Craig here. I actually gave her a 4 myself. So that was. I don't normally agree with Craig normally, but yeah, it was just not her best performance. Like, I mean, I can tell that, and it really breaks my heart to see her. You know, who's I think you could tell how much she's been enjoying this, and this was not onto her standards, unfortunately, which I'm gutted about. And I believe I could tell that her leg, she was quite limpy. Like I don't know if she had like a little injury that happened during the rehearsals, which caused her to not perform well. But I really am gutted for her, and because I really enjoyed her this series, especially that rumba she did all those weeks ago, which was fantastic, which got her first 10. And yeah, unfortunately this was not her best performance, which again I'm gutted about because I absolutely love Alex. I love Johannes. I thought their partnership this year was fantastic. So of course I'm absolutely gutted for them. But of course, if you guys are seeing this or listening to this, I just want to say you guys were fantastic, and I really did enjoy all the routines you did while you're during your run. I think you guys were just fantastic. Again, it's so unfortunate to see you guys go home, but once again, you guys were just fantastic. Now moving on to George Clark and Alexis, who did the quick step to I Get to Kick Out of You by Frank Sinatra. And I just want to say this now. Can I just say how cool this setup was in the beginning? Like the whole movie theater, the red carpet, it was like a whole movie premiere, which I believe was, edited in, but still, it looked really cool watching on the TV. And they got a score of 34 overall, and I would have given this a 9 myself. I'm in agreement with Shirley and Anton. I mean, I don't know what to say other than this guy just keeps getting. He really improves every single week as it goes on. Because, I mean, let's just take a second to go back quickly and just say that because in the beginning, he went into this with no dance experience or performance experience at all, George here. And look where he is now. He is just gaining so much out of this show. And honestly, he has just been a joy watching. This performance was amazing to see, and just the partnership between her and Alexis, the way they went across the floor, the kicks were fantastic. The timeless, if that's even a word. The quickness, it was in sync. And by the way, the posture of the arms was really well held as well, and just everything about this performance was absolutely wonderful to watch, and just it's just so lovely to see his confidence grow so much, because I think in the beginning he was really like not gaining, he didn't feel confident in himself, and now look at him, he's really blossoming, which is so lovely to see, and just honestly, I'm so happy for him. And honestly, for me, this was his best performance he's done so far. I've probably said that many times for him, but every week it seems like he gets better and better and better as it goes along, which is so brilliant to see. And again, this was just a fantastic performance, and I do think he really is the dark horse to go all the way at this rate. I could easily see him getting the votes from the public, especially his fan base, and yeah, I could easily see him being one of those, being the dark horse to win actually. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because I thought this was a great performance, and of course, they're both is yeah, it was his best performance, and Alexis is easily the perfect choice for him. Next up, we had Lewis and Katia doing the rumba to Falling by Harry Styles. We all love some Harry Styles, don't we? And they got a score of 36 in total, a total of 9 scores as across the doors, and I would have given this a 9 myself. And just, I mean, I kind of ran out of things to say about Lewis at this rate, because he, because I mean, I've got nothing else to say other than it was just utterly phenomenal to watch, and just every single time he steps onto the stage, you just know it's going to be good, and just the arms, the legs, the balance, and the timing, the like the intimacy, like the staleness, the tenderness, everything was absolutely fantastic. And honestly, just to see how far this guy's came, as you know, because from the very beginning, I mentioned he would be a real contender after his performance of the Temptations, and now look where he is now. He has scored the most tens out of everybody, I think, this series, and just, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than he is just out of this world, and nothing will make me happier to see him win this year, because I think him and Katia have got the most amazing partnership. And also, just looking back at this, the way he in just kind of the way he moves his hips, the leg action, the swivels. I think is that what they call the rumba swivels? I don't know, but the way, and just everything, the way his hip action was amazing to watch, and just honestly, I think I've run out of things to talk about this guy, because he really is just out of this world. And out of all the contestants this year, I want him to win the most, and nothing would make me happier if he ended up winning the whole thing. I want this so badly for him. This was just absolutely incredible once again. Next up, we had Balvinda and Julian, who did the Jive 2, right back where we started, by Maxine Nightingale, a song I've never heard before. So it started off with Julian on the judges' desk, holding a surfboard, kind of like almost basically had no shirt on, basically, so his chest was out. And then he did like a not James Bond, David Hasselhoff running on the beach in the movie. I can't remember what it's called now, but he did that, and they did the routine. And honestly, seeing how Balvinda has progressed is honestly quite incredible, because she's been in the bottom two I think the most out of everyone. This is like her 5th time now, and every single time she's got better and better with her confidence. And I believe it was previously held with Jamelia back in series 13, I believe, according to a comment I just found, which I did not know about. But I loved the whole routine. Like the energy was there. I loved the whole, like, it was so entertaining. They showed their personalities. And by the way, that leapfrog from Julian was really cool, by the way. I really enjoyed that. And again, the footwork was brilliant. The way they connected with each other. Again, I thought this was a great performance. And I don't know why she keeps getting voted into the bottom two, to be honest. I really don't understand why. Like, what did the public have against her? I can't seem to get my head around that. But nonetheless, this was a great performance. I do think she's unfortunately at risk of going home for the quarterfinals, but I'm hoping she can maybe have a chance of making the semis, because she really has been the bounce back queen since the start. And yeah, that's what I have to say. But I really enjoyed this performance. I thought it was a great routine overall. Next up, we had, in my opinion, the best performance of the night, and that was Karen and Carlos doing the couple's choice to Born This Way by Lady Gaga, and they got a perfect score of 40. I mean, can I just say, I love seeing the couple's choices on the show. You know, you really get to see a side of the celebrities that you don't for any other dance, which is one thing I really appreciate. And what else do I have to say about this performance and how incredible it was? So, you know, and just the whole thing was just absolutely phenomenal to watch. And then they had a bit with Carlos and Karen doing a routine with the sticks. Kind of they did a bit of things with that, and then she jumped over a stick, and then all of a sudden Karen broke out into a whole hip hop routine, which blew my mind, by the way. And then she did like a thing like standing on her hand with her legs going up. That really, really like left me, or my jaw literally dropped when I saw that. And for me, this was just a celebration of her and how far she's came, which is absolutely wonderful to see. And just, I mean, we all knew Karen was going to be someone to look out for. I think after her week one performance, which was absolutely fantastic. And while she had a few couple bumps in the middle of the road, she has bounced back so much, with her last two performances being, I think, the best of the series, or some of the best of the series. And just, I don't know what else to say other than this was just absolutely outstanding and a very well deserved 10, a full house of tens from her. And I honestly could easily see her take home the competition. I think it's really up against her and Lewis for the win at this rate, but I would love to see her win, to be honest. She really is fantastic. And finally, we had Amber and Nikita doing the jive, another jive tonight. And they did it. Was it? Did we have? Yeah, we had two jives. That's the thing there. And they did "Proud Mary" by Tina Turner, a great song, by the way, and probably the most fitting song for a jive of this type of dance. Like, it's such a great song, and they got a score of 40 as well. So both Karen and Amber got 40 overall for their scores, which was brilliant. And I mean, just like, this was just absolute brilliance of brilliant choreography. The personalities really shone through. The entertainment factor was there, and you could just tell they were having the absolute time of their lives, which was fantastic to see. And just again, seeing how far Amber's came, because if you guys remember, she was actually the last minute replacement for Danny Dyer when she withdrew from the competition due to an injury. And to see her and Nikita just completely click together is just wonderful to see. And I thought this was an amazing performance. Definitely one of my favorites of the night, and a very worthy score of getting the 10. And again, I thought this was just a fantastic performance as a whole. I absolutely loved it. So there you have it. That is my review for week 10 for Surely Come Dancing 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you thought of it and the results. So Saturday night, it is the musicals week, which, aka the quarterfinals. I cannot wait. I'm not. I mean, I don't really. I wouldn't go to the West End to watch it, but I love hearing musicals on the radio and even when they perform on TV. And I've seen them in the movies as well. Honestly, I cannot wait for this. I think it's going to be a fantastic episode. And just, yeah. So, who I think is going home Saturday? I think Balvinda is the biggest at danger, but I really don't. Apart from that, like, I mean, if Balvinda goes on Saturday, then I won't be able to call who's going to go to the final, because I think, I mean, all of them deserve to be there in their own. The ones we have left, they all deserve to be there for their own reasons, and they really are fantastic. So we're gonna have to see how it plays out once the musicals week happens. So, anyways, thank you so much for listening to my review on week 10 for Truly Come Dancing. Once again, thank you. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, what you thought of the show. But once again, thank you so much for listening, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.